All right. Hi, guys. We are halfway through the week, a little bit closer to our long 3-day weekend for Memorial Day. How exciting. We have a second lesson all about polygons today. If you thought last lesson was easy, which it was fairly easy, it was mostly formula, this lesson is even easier. So last class, we were talking about interior angles of polygons. Now we're talking about exterior angles. So that would be the angles on the side. And I'll show you what that looks like when we move into some examples. But just know that the angles on the side, on the outside, the sum of exterior angles of any polygon, you should know that it's always 360 degrees. So it doesn't matter if the shape has, and I'm just going to put more exclamation points because we should know this. It doesn't matter if the shape has 3 sides, if it has 20 sides, if it has 40 sides, the exterior angles always add to 360 degrees. So when I say exterior angles, I mean the angles that are created if I just extended these sides out further. So you don't have to do this for the IXL, but just know that I mean if I add this angle and this angle and this angle, that's what I'm talking about when I say exterior angles. So that's my only notes. Let's get into some of the examples. These are taken right from IXL. We want to answer the following questions. Number 1, what is the sum of the exterior angle measures, one at each vertex, of this polygon? Sum of exterior angles, always 360 degrees. Your answer is 360 degrees. No work involved. Number 2, what is the sum of the exterior angles of this polygon? It doesn't matter that there's a bunch more sides. I don't even know how many sides it is. I didn't even count it yet. It doesn't matter. They're saying exterior angles and sum. It's 360 degrees. Now, granted, they won't all be this easy, but it's a nice little start for us. Number 3, what is the sum of the exterior angle measures, one at each vertex, of a convex quadrilateral? Don't care that it's a quadrilateral. Don't care how many sides it has. They say the sum of the exterior angles, always 360 degrees. And then 4 is asking the same question. Sum of the exterior angles of a convex hexagon. Don't care. They want the sum of the exterior angles. I just need to know that it's 360. Five and 6. It says the diagram shows a regular polygon. What is the value of x? When you hear regular polygon, remember last time we would have to find the sum of the angles and then divide by the number of sides. Our formula looked like this from last class. Today we're doing something very similar, except it's always going to be 360 divided by the number of sides when they're talking about a regular polygon and when the angle is an exterior angle. So this shape has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. Doing 360 divided by 5, and we get 72. So each of those angles is 72 degrees. So again, it's important to read the directions because they might flip-flop and throw random questions somewhere. You might have 2 questions like 1 and 3, and then it bumps to 5, and then it goes back to a question like 4. So just make sure you're reading the directions. It's probably the hardest part of this lesson. 6, diagram shows a regular polygon. What is the value of x? Regular polygon, we're looking for an exterior angle. So we're doing 360 divided by n. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sides. So my n is 10. I'm doing 360 divided by 10. That gives me 36 degrees. Nice and simple. All right, only 2 more examples and we are done. This is dealing with algebra. It says it shows a convex polygon. What is the value of u? We know that all exterior angles always add up to 360 degrees. Exterior angles, angles on the outside. All of these angles are on the outside. The exterior angles always add to 360. So I should be adding all of these to equal 360 because the exterior angles always, always, always equal 360. I need to know you. This is the only way that I can find you. So I'm adding everything I'm given. So it's 2u plus 31 plus 49. It doesn't matter if I have 3 angles that I'm adding or if I have 40 angles that I'm adding. They all add to equal 360 degrees whenever they are exterior angles. From here, I want to combine like terms, so I can combine my u's. 2u plus 2u gives me 4u. Then I have 31 plus 49 plus 44. So 31 plus 49 plus 44 gives me 124. And that equals 360. 2 steps and I'm done. I need to solve for u. First step, I want to subtract 124 from both sides. And then I wind up with 4u equals 236. U still isn't by itself. So next I want to divide both sides by 4. Now I have just the u hanging out alone like I wanted. And I get 59 when I do that division. So u equals 59 degrees. These are the hardest of the question types. And still, I feel like they're not that bad. You don't have to remember changing this like with last time. It's not dependent on the number of sides. It doesn't matter. It's always 360. So just know when there's algebra involved, you just add them all and they equal 360. So the same thing here. Their exterior angles are on the outside. So I know that they all have to add to give me 360. So in any order, I can add all these guys up. Oops, I almost forgot the t. So many angles. And it always, because it's on the outside, equals 360, which I can't fit really, but it equals 360. Now I want to combine like terms. I have a 28t, 1t, and 10t. So 28 plus 1 is 29, plus 10 is 39. So now I have 39t. Oops, and I'm just assuming this is a plus. So now I'm doing 67 minus 11, because that minus is attached to the 11, plus 35, plus 63, plus 11. And that gives me 165. And that whole thing is equal to 360. I need to get the t by itself. My first step, I need to subtract 165 from both sides. On the left, I'm left with just 39t. On the right, I am left with 195 after I subtract. Divide by 39 on both sides. And I get t equals 5. So t is 5 degrees. These are the hardest question types. And I know that we're not the biggest fans of algebra, so I made it so you only have to get to a 70% on this IXL because it starts around the 60s. So you'll have to do at least one of these, but it's not like hammering them over and over again. That being said, this section really isn't hard. This is a great time for extra credit. So if you go up to 80, that's plus 1 point. If you go up to 90, that's plus 2 points. And then if you get to 100, that's plus 3 points. So you could wind up with an 8 out of 5 on something like this. And an 8 out of 5 would be, so if you got to the 100, you would have 160% on this assignment. So it's a little wiggle room for some extra points if you want it. But 70% is the only thing that's required. As always, if you have any questions, please, please, please reach out to me on Remind or on email or in Google Classroom. And I hope you guys have a great long weekend. Try to do all your schoolwork before Friday so that you can just relax and enjoy the weekend. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Bye.